Okay, everybody, can we start the video? Okay, come, let's start. And okay, today we do have a lot of people because it's Thursday, right? Thursday supposed to be on Monday. So today is Thursday, so not a lot of people. Okay, so Michelle, Reynald, Yvette, okay, and so we have time to ask questions. Okay, if there are lesser people, then there'll be more time to ask questions. Okay, Yvette, can see me? Can you can see me, but I cannot see you. Okay, Reynald, start your video. Okay, come, let's start. Okay, let's start now. And okay, now there'll be two more paper one. This will be the third last paper one. Then there'll be two more paper one. And then after that, there'll be the end of the paper one sessions already. Okay, so two more paper one to go. So if you need to practice on more paper one, you can go to my YouTube channel. There'll be many paper one lessons. You can look for the paper one lesson, then you do that paper and then you watch the video if you want more practice on paper one. Okay, come, let's start. Okay, let's look at question one. Okay, so we will go through slowly. Okay, today let's go through slowly. Okay, now what does the digit 3 in 4.362 stands for? So if you look at the place value, okay, now the digit in front of the decimal, right? The digit in front of the decimal point, that is a whole number, which is your ones. Okay, so digit in front of the decimal point is always a whole number, that is your ones. And then the 3, which is a bit that's nearer to the decimal point, that is your 10. Okay, 10 place. And then getting further away from the decimal point, that will be your 100. Okay, with a TH, right, 100. And then the digit 2, that is the furthest away from the decimal point, that will be your thousander. Okay, thousander. Okay, so you must remember your place value. So what does the digit 3 stands for? It stands for 3/10, which is answer number 2. Okay, 3/10. Okay, let's go to question number 2. How do you change the kilometers into meters? Now, from big to small, you have to multiply. Okay, multiply how many? 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. So you have to take 10.85 times 1,000. Okay, so you have to learn to shift the decimal point to the right. So when you multiply, you shift the decimal point to the right. How many times? There are 3 zeros. So you shift 3 times. So 1 time, 2, and 3. Okay, and then put a 0 in the empty basket, and the arrowhead on top is a decimal point, and then 0 behind. So how many meters? 10,850 meters. So your answer is number 3. Okay, all right, so let's go to question number 3. Which of the following, when rounded to the nearest thousand, is not? So watch out for this word, is not. Okay, so you look at one by one. The first one, when you round to the nearest thousand, how do you round off? Thousands got 3 zeros. So you draw a line to show the last 3 digits. Then you look at the digit nearest the line. Is it 5 or bigger? Yes. Then you add 1. On the next digit, that will be 27,000. Okay, so this is what we don't want. All right, so go to the next one. Draw a line to show the last 3 digits and look at the digit nearest the line. Is it 5 or bigger? Yes, add 1 on the next digit. That is also 27,000, which is what we don't want. Okay, we don't want that. Okay, how about the next one? Draw a line and look at the digit 3, right? And is it 5 and bigger? Nope, it's not. So you don't add 1. Okay, you don't add 1 on the next digit. So it will still be 27,000, which is what we don't want. So you have to be careful. You have to look at the question carefully. Otherwise, you may choose the wrong answer. All right, the last one. You draw a line, look at the digit nearest the line. Is it 5 or bigger? Yeah, the digit 5 is 5 and bigger. So you add 1 on the next digit. That's how you get 28,000. And that is what we want. Okay, so this number, when you round off the nearest thousand, it is not 27,000. So answer number 4. Okay, question number 4. Which of the statement is true about parallelogram? You have 2 pairs of opposite lines that are parallel. Okay, all right, so DAB, where is your DAB? Your DAB, you have to recognize the angle, must know how to look for the angle, plus BCD. Where is the BCD? Where's your BCD? Let me use a red color, BCD. All right, so this angle, right? So when you add these 2 angles, is it equal to 180? Well, if you look carefully, you can see that the blue angle is obtuse, more than 90, and the red angle is also more than 90. So when you add together, it cannot be 180. It has to be more than 180 degrees already. So that's not true. All right, because the blue and the red add together has to be more than 180. All right, AD is perpendicular. Now this one is definitely out because parallelogram has no perpendicular, okay? No perpendicular lines. Okay, question number 3. Answer number 3. Does this parallelogram has allowed symmetry? Nope, don't have. All right. Because no matter how you cut it like this, for example, when you fold it into half, you will find that what do you see? You will find that the two sides will become something like that. All right. What is symmetry? Symmetry means when you fold it, what happened? You only see one side. Right, one side look the same as the other side. So there's nothing that comes out. If something comes out, that is not symmetry. So for this parallelogram, no matter how you fold it in half, something will come out, right? Something will come out on the other side. So number 3 is not correct. How about angle ABC? Where is your angle ABC? Which is here. That's angle ABC. Is it equal to ADC, which is here? So do you think these blue angles which I mark out here and here, are they equal? Yeah, because opposite angles in the parallelogram are the same. So answer number 4. That is true. All right, opposite angles are equal. Okay, so where are the opposite angles? Means the angles they are across from each other. All right, they are equal. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, Anson, start your video, Anson. Except for Jared, okay, because Jared, you can't start, right? Then Anson must start your video. Okay, which one has the smallest value? Okay, how do you know which is the smallest value? You can do some clever thinking, right? For example, if you look at half, 7/9 is more than half already, right? 7/9 is more than half, so cannot be smaller, all right? And then you look at half is, and then 4/7. 4/7 is also bigger than half. How do you know that? How do you know that 4/7 is bigger than half? You just have to make the denominator a little bigger, right? And what is half? That will be 7/14. And then how about 4/7? 4/7 is 7 times 2, 4 times 2. Can you see that 4/7 is bigger than half, which is not what we want? So number 2 is out. And then you look at number 1. Do you think 5/11 is bigger than half? Let's check. So you make the denominator to be the same, 22. Okay, so you take 11 times 2, 22, 5 times 2 is 10. What is half? Half means you take 22 and then divide by 2. That will be 11/22. So your 5/11 is smaller than half. And of course, half is not the smallest. The smallest must be 5/11 because that is smaller than half. Okay, understand? All right. Okay, now, another example, Mr. just show you one more example. How do you know whether 7/9 is smaller or bigger than half? You just have to what? You just have to make the denominator a little bigger, all right? And then how to get half? You take the denominator and divide by 2. That is your half already, right? 9/18. Then 7/9 is equal to what over 18? 9 times 2, 7 times 2, 14/18, which is bigger than half. So that's how you compare the fraction with whether is it bigger than half or smaller than half. Okay, all right. Answer, are you at McDonald's? Are you at McDonald's or what? Or what's that? There's a cup there. Okay. All right. Anyway, it's okay. I think it's a virtual background. It's a background image, right? Okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Next one. Question number 6. What is the value of this? Do not do mental sum. Okay. You do mental sum, you're gonna get yourself into trouble. So what do? Change the whole number into a decimal. What is 5/100? 0.05. Okay, what is 5/1000? 0.005. And then you just plus them together. So you can see that I don't do mental sum, so that we don't make careless mistakes. And then put the zeros in the blank spaces. And you get 55.055. And your answer will be number 4. All right, number 7. Now, which of the following is not a net? Okay, now this question, Mr. Ong was thinking about how to teach. It's going to be very hard to tell you why the answer is wrong, why the answer is correct. Okay, so which is not a net? Okay, now I can't really show you how to, I can't really tell you how, why is it, which is the wrong net, which one is not correct. All right, now if you look at 1, look at 2, and look at 4. Okay. You have to visualize how you fold it in your mind. If you can't visualize, what do? Cut out the paper, right? Later after the lesson, you cut out all the shapes and then see whether you can fold it into a prism. Okay, a prism. How does a prism looks like? It will look something like this. Okay, your prism will look something like this. Can you see that? This is, so you try to fold it into something like that. So which is wrong? Your answer is number 3. Why? Because you notice that the triangles is on each side, all right? Like number one, there's a triangle here, there's a triangle on the other side. Then here also opposite side got triangle. Here also got a triangle. Then opposite side also got a triangle. But when you come to number three, you find that it's a bit funny. All right, the triangle is over here. So there is going to be difficulty trying to fold it into a prism. So your answer is number three. Okay, yeah, it's a bit hard for me to tell you why. So you may want to cut out and then see whether can fold it into a prism. But what is the reason? The reason is because this triangle is out of place. Okay, that highlighted blue triangle is out of place. So you can't fold into a prism. Okay, so go later after lesson, cut it, all right, cut all the shapes and then prove to yourself and see why 1, 2, and 4, why is it correct and why number 3 is wrong. Okay, so you have to add up, you have to cut it and show. Okay, question 8, which of the letter has only one line? If you look at letter E, that's one line, only one line only. And letter H, you can actually have 2 lines of symmetry, letter H. All right, letter O got infinite. Infinite means limitless. Okay, there are countless, okay, countless lines of symmetry. Okay, how about letter X? Letter X has 2 lines of symmetry. So which letter has only one line, which is your letter E? Answer number 1. Okay, all right, question number 9. Okay, now this one you got to watch out because the north is pointing to in a different direction. Then this is south, this is your west, and then your east, and you will need to draw your 8-point compass. Your 4-point compass is not enough, so you will need to draw 8 points. So this is your northeast, this is your northwest, southeast, and then this is your southwest. So you have to complete your 8-point compass. Okay, now which direction is C? From. Look out for the word from. It means where do you start from? You start from D. Then you go C. All right, and what direction is that? That will be the northwest direction. So your answer has to be number 3. Okay, so what is from? From means you start from there. Okay, let's go to number 10. Okay, number 10, simple model drawing, right? If you don't know how to do, then you draw your model. Why? Because there's a more than. Nuru saved a total of $3 in 3 days. Each day, she saved 30 cents more than the previous day. So you have the first day, right? So first day, she saved so much money. And then the next day, she saved 30 cents more. So the rectangle becomes longer by 30 cents. And then the third day, all right, because there are 3 days, so the last day will be the third day, which is also 30 cents more than the previous day. Okay, then cut it. When you cut like that, you will have 3 boxes on the left side that look identical, which you call units. And what's the total money that she saved? She saved $3 or 300 cents. So when you do math, right, make sure that all the units are the same. Right, change the dollars into cents. All right, make sure they are all the same unit before you plus or minus. Okay, what do? Then you cut out all the 30 cents and you will get 3 units left. So you have 300 cents minus 30 plus 30 plus 30, that will be 90 cents, right? And you will get 210 cents. So how much is 1 unit? So 1 unit will be 210 cents, and then you divide by 3. Shortcut, cover the 0, and take 21, divide by 3, you will get 7, and then put back the 0. So 1 unit is 70 cents. So how much did she save on the second day? All right, so Jordan, start the video. All right, how much did she save on the second day? So second day will be 1 unit plus 30 cents, or 70 cents plus 30 cents, which is 100 cents, $1. Are you clear? Okay, anything not clear, raise your hand now. I'm going through very slowly because tomorrow is a holiday, so we can end a little later lah. Okay, so we can go slowly a bit. Okay, but won't be too slow lah. Okay, let's go to question 11. Okay, question 11. Okay, question 11, and that's your pie chart. So what do you do with the pie chart? You use percentage to represent the whole pie. So what is right angle? Right angle means 25%. 25% minus 15%, that will be 10% already. Yep. Okay, so 150 children like cherry and mango, which is how many percent? Which is your 25%, right? And make connection. So what is connection? It means that 25% connect to what? Connect to 150. That is called making connections. Okay, then what do? How many more children prefer cherry to mango? So you take 15 minus 10, that will be 5% more. Oh, that will be easy. You can do jumping. So divide by 5. And then the other side, you also divide by 5. And you will get 30. So you have 30 more children prefer cherry to mango. Answer number 3. Okay, no need to find 1%. All right, no need. You can just jump. That will be faster. Okay, question number 12. All right, what is this? This one looks a bit hard. So the figure is made of two identical quadrants. Where are the identical quadrants? There's one quadrant here, okay? And then there is another quadrant, which is the red color. So this is another quadrant, right? So you have two identical quadrants and there's a square. So what's the perimeter of the shaded part? Okay, so how do you find perimeter of the shaded part? Okay, now your picture cannot be very clean. So you have to put numbers on the picture. So 10, here 10, here also 10. Okay, so perimeter means what? Perimeter means to add all the lines that surround the shaded part. So can you add this line and this line? So what is that? That will be what? That will be 10 already, right? And then can you see there's another line here? And then don't forget to add this line also. So these two red lines add together is also another 10. Yep. Okay, then finally, what do you do? Finally, can you find the circumference of this quadrant? So how do you find the circumference of the quadrant? Write your formula. Quadrant is 1/4 times formula. So the formula is pi d. And keep your answer in terms of pi. So you don't need to write 3.14 or 22/7, just write as pi. What's the diameter? Now, quadrant has no diameter, okay? Just remember, quadrant has only what? If you look at my quadrant here, it has only radius, okay? Then how do you get the diameter? Take the radius times 2. So 10 times 2 will be 20. So what is 20 divided by 4? So 20 divided by 4 will be 5. Okay, so you take 5 times pi, that will give you 5 pi. Okay, 5 pi. Understand why you get 5 pi? So what is the perimeter of the shaded part? Then you add the straight lines together with the circumference of the quadrant. And you will get 20, all right, 20 plus what? Okay, Mr. got no space, 20 plus 5 pi. Okay, 20 plus 5 pi. So your answer is also 5 pi plus 20, same. Okay, 20 plus 5 pi or 5 pi plus 20, the same. So what is the trick here? I mean, what is the, how to do this? You need to highlight the lines that you're finding. Okay, highlight the straight lines, add the straight lines, and don't forget to add the curved lines. So when you add all these, you are finding perimeter. Okay, question 13. Okay, question 13, okay, this one looks a little, okay, a little confusing. Square. So square means all sides are the same. Okay, all sides are equal. And square also got right angles at the corners, right? And put the question mark AFD. Where is your AFD? Oh, there's a letter missing. I think this is the letter F. Okay, I don't know whether you can guess. The letter is missing, but I don't know whether you, all right, whether you were able to guess it, right? The F is actually there. All right, so how do you find AFD? Now look for other angles that are easier to find. Can you see this line that cuts the right angle into half? So this must be 45. And then what is this angle over here? It has to be 45 minus 39, 6. Okay, 6 already, right? Okay, what else can you find? What else can you find? Can you see there's a right angle here? Right angle, Mr. Draw a little bit bigger. Why a bit bigger? Because can you find this angle over here? This angle, the blue angle. So how do you get that blue angle? Now the blue angle is what? Now, this is a triangle, the blue triangle. So how do you find the blue angle? You take 180 minus 39 minus 47. Okay, so let's do quickly. So 180 minus 39 and minus 47, you get 94. So the blue angle is 94 degrees. Okay, got it? Okay, then what else can you do? What else can you find? Okay, if that is 94, then the right angle here must be 90, right? 90. Okay, 90, Okay, then what else? Okay, you can see that I'm not looking at the question mark. I'm just looking for other angles that are easier to find, that's all. And then can you find this angle here? The angle on the other side, which is 180 minus 47, you get 133. Okay, so I'm going to put down here 133. Okay, and then do you see another big triangle? Okay, let me show you another big triangle. Okay, this one, the green color, if you look carefully, there's a, so you can see that just look for other angles. Look for other angles to find. Sooner or later, you will get the question mark. So Can you see the green color angles add together is 180? So can I find the question mark? Yes, I can, because this angle is 6, right? And then just now the angle we found is 133. So what is the green color question mark? So you take 180 minus 6 and minus 133, and you get 41 degrees. So that the AFD, right? The angle AFD, right? Is how many degrees? Which is 41 degrees. Answer number 1. Do you understand? Mishin, understand, Mishin? Okay, yeah, because this question, this can be a 3-mark question or can be 2 or 3 marks lah, because the picture looks a little complicated, right? It could be a little bit complicated. Okay, if there's no question, we go on already. Let's go to question 14. Okay, answer, no question, answer. Understand, answer. Okay, question 14. Okay, question 14. Okay, when there is a fraction, there is a family. So if you are not going to draw a model, then there is a family of fraction. What is the family? If there's a 3/4, there must be a 1/4, there must be a 1/2. So there's a family of fractions, right? So 3/4 of the students, which has to be 4/4. All the students is 4/4, right? So 3/4 get at least a silver. So where? Over here, silver and gold. That is your 3/4. Then the bronze and the rest. All right, the bronze and the nail. The nail means no award lah, no award. That will be 1/4. And everybody, okay, everybody here, okay, everybody is 1/2. Okay, everybody 1/2. Okay, so you look at what I've written, you can see that 3/4 is 80 plus 70. 80 plus 70 is 150. So what is 1/4? So your 1/4 will be 150 and then divide by 3, 1/4. Yeah, and if 1/4 is 50, right? 1/4 is 50, it means this and this add together is 50, right? Then how many did not get any award? So this must be 10, no? So 10 students did not get any award. Answer number 1. Okay, so if there's a fraction, there is a family of fractions. Okay, let's go to number 15, speed. Okay, you can draw a model for this speed problem. Okay, how do you draw? Now, a cyclist took 3/10 hours to cycle from the home to the park. So let's draw a distant line, home to the park, and the cyclist, dotted line to show where the cyclist started, right, from the home all the way to the end, the park. And then what did he do? He left the park and he took, what did he do? He left the park and he took 30 minutes to reach home. So what happened? Then come back. See, this is how the model looks like. The cyclists go all the way to the park, and then after that, from the park, come back home. Okay, that is your model. So what else do you put on the model? There is one big journey, one big part. So you have one family of speed, distance, and time. Coming back, there is also one big journey, right? So speed, distance, and time. Okay, what else do you do next? Then you put the numbers inside. The cyclist took 3/10 hours, so you put 3/10, right? To cycle from home to the park, which is 12 kilometers away. So put the distance. Yep. And when he left the park, he came back along the same route. So when he came back along the same route, the distance is the same. And he took 30 minutes. So change the 30 minutes into what? Into hour. 30/60. 30/60 is half an hour. So what was the average speed for the whole journey? Okay, now my model is not totally completed because there's only one cyclist, one person. So you need to have a what? You need to have a third family. Remember? Right? If there's one person moving, there must be a third family. The average speed for the whole journey, the total distance, and the total time, right? So how do you find the average speed for the whole journey to and fro? This is your question mark. So if you don't have the third family, you cannot put the question mark if you don't have this third family. Okay, so how to find the question mark? Add the total distance, 12 plus 12, total distance. And what's the total time? 3/10 plus half. What is 3/10? So 3/10 plus half is 5/10 hour, and that will give you 8/10. Okay, 8/10 hour. So you can change it to simplest form if you like. So divide by 2 and 10 divided by 2. So what's the total time taken? Total time taken is 4/5 hour. Okay, so can we find the speed, average speed for the whole journey? Yes, speed is equal to distance divided by time. So you take 24 kilometers and divide by 4/5 hour. Okay, speed is equal to distance divided by time. So how do you divide fractions? keep the first number, all right? Change the number into a fraction, all right? Keep the first number, change the divide to times, and then flip. Okay, flip the fraction upside down, and then you cancel. All right, so divide by 4, you get 1, and 24 divided by 4, you get 6. Then 6 times 5, that will give you 30. And 1 times 1 is 1. So you will get 30 kilometer per hour, which is the average speed for the whole journey. So answer number 2. Okay, now again, if you know how to do it already, must I draw this model? No need, right? Unless you don't know how to do, then you will need to draw the model. Okay, otherwise you don't have to draw the model. Okay, let's go to the booklet B. Okay, so we are done with booklet A already. So I think the first booklet A is quite standard, not really that easy, also not very hard. Okay, let's look at question 16. Okay, now this one. Okay, there's a fraction there. Fraction there doesn't make everything harder. It's still the same. What do you do first? You have to do the bracket first, right? So don't break up the steps, right? You have to put everything in one step so that you don't forget something. So you copy down everything, 2/3 times 18, then copy down everything else, and that is a divide by 4, right? Copy down everything else. And then what do you do now? You do the times, okay, times. Okay, 2/3 times 18, so you cancel, divide by 3, you get 1. 18 divided by 3, you get 6. And then 2 times 6, what is 2 times 6? 12, right? 2 times 6 is 12, right? Okay, then you copy down everything that you see, yep. And then what do you do next? The divide. So you have 12 plus 7, and that's how you get 19. Okay, so answer is 19. So put everything in one step. Don't break up the steps. Once you break up the steps, you find that you forget to do something later. Okay, question 17, how to divide fractions. So what do you do? How to divide? You keep the first fraction, and okay, you need to change the whole number into a fraction. Like Mr. forgot in the earlier question 16, this is a whole number, right? So we can change it into a fraction actually. Just put over 1, okay, over 1. And then what happened? Then 2 times 6 is 12. And then 1 times 1 is 1. So 12 divided by 1 is still 12. See? All right. Okay, let's look at 17. Same. Change the whole number into a fraction. Just put over 1. Then become a fraction already. And then keep, change, flip. So keep the first fraction, change the divide to times, and flip the fraction upside down. Then you cancel, divide by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 2. And then 1 times 1, you get 1. And then 6 times 2, you get 12. So your answer has to be 1 over 12. Okay, so by now you should know how to divide your fractions already. Okay, question 18, there is a picture error. So we can't see clearly. So you can skip this question because the numbers cannot be seen on the pictures. It's too dark. Okay, too dark. So we skip this question. Okay, let's go to question 19. Okay, question 19, we have also done a few times already. How do you change it into a percentage? Always write as a fraction. Write as a fraction, which is over 1,000. Make the denominator 100. How do you make the denominator 100? You just have to divide by 10 to get your denominator 100. And then on top, you also divide by 10. But how to divide by 10? Do I need to do working? No need. You just change the 429 into a decimal. Then shift the decimal point to the left one time, and you get 42.9, which is the numerator, right? And once your denominator is 100, how many percent? 42.9%. That's how you do faster. Okay, so make the denominator 100, and then the numerator will be your percentage. Okay, question number 20, also very easy. It looks complicated, but actually it's very easy. Brandon use a piece of, and by the way, why is it easy? Because it's question 20. Question 20 only 1 mark. So 1 mark is usually very easy, even though it looks like very hard. Now, AC equal to CE equal to EB equal to BD equal to DA. What does that mean? All the lines are equal. All the lines that form the star, they are equal. So how many lines are there? So how many lines do you see? So this is 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, 4 lines, and 5 lines. So if there are 5 lines, what are they? They are the wire. The wire is used to make 5 lines. Okay, it's used to make the star. So can you find the length of AC? Where is AC? Which is only 1 line. So you take 68 and then divide by 5. Yeah. And then how to divide? Then, okay, let's do a quick dividing. So you minus, pull the 8 downwards. 3 times 5 is 15. And there's a remainder 3, right? So how do you continue dividing? Change the whole number into a decimal, pull the 0 down, and then raise up the decimal point, and 6 times 5 is 30. So your remainder is 0. So how long is AC? So AC must be 13, right? 13.6 centimeter long. Got it? Right? So not very hard. Okay, question 21. Let's go to 21. Okay, a triangle C is drawn by joining dots on the square grid. So in the same way, can you draw another triangle with twice the perimeter of C? How do you draw a triangle that has twice the perimeter? First of all, do you know what is perimeter? Perimeter means the lines that you add together. That is perimeter. Okay, so how do you draw a triangle that is double this perimeter? Okay, very simple. This is how you do. You just look at the sides. 1, 2, 3. Okay, or let me erase so you can see the dots. Okay, count the dots. There's a reason for the dots. Okay, like for example, 1, 1. Okay, there's 1 dot already. 2, there's second dot, and 3. So this line is 3 units. Okay, this line is 3 units long. So you just have to double it. So 3 units long times 2 becomes 6 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you double the line. Okay, do the same thing for this one. 1, 2, and 3. So double it. So becomes 6 also. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then the other side also 1, 2, 3. So double it. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now you have a triangle that's double the perimeter, twice the perimeter already. Okay, so label this triangle D, and that's your part A. Okay, all right, what's the ratio of C to D? Is it 2:1 or is it 1:2? Now, if your answer is 1:2, then it's wrong already. Okay, so how do you know it's wrong? Can I cut the big triangle into similar triangles like this? So how do I cut into smaller triangles? See? Okay, there's one similar triangle, another one, and then another 2 more. So what do you see? So the big triangle can be cut into 4 smaller triangles. So what's the ratio? The ratio is 1:4. Okay, that's a ratio, 1:4. Okay, got it? Yeah, one more time. So the ratio of triangle C to triangle D is 1:4 because triangle D has 4 of the smaller triangles. Okay, any question? No question, huh? Okay, then let's go to the next one. Okay, question number, next page. Okay, the figure is made of 3 2 cm cube. What is a 2 cm cube? It means that every side is 2 cm, 2 cm, every side. And find the total surface area. Okay, this question has nothing to do with volume. So if you find volume, 2 times 2 times 2, 0 marks, totally wrong. Right? This question is about finding area. So how do you find the area? Okay, to find the area, first of all, you must understand what is surface area. Surface area means the surface. Can you see what I'm doing? This is called the area of the face. Okay, the surface area. So there's only one face there. So what's the area of this face? That would be 2 cm times 2 cm equal 4 cm squared. So the area of one surface or one face is 4 cm squared. Okay, so you must understand what is surface. Surface means the face area, nothing to do with volume. Okay, so can you find how many faces does this figure has? So this figure got how many faces? Very simple. You look at the front view, you have 1, 2, 3, 3 faces. And then at the back, also the same. Okay, no need to think. Opposite side is the same. And then you look at the right side, how many faces? 2 faces. Okay, and then the left side, you don't need to think also because it's the same. And then you look at the top. Okay, the top may be a bit hard, right? The top, never mind, you can look at the bottom. The bottom. If you put your head below, how many faces will you see? You will see 2 faces at the bottom. So on top, you will also have two faces the same. How do you know that? Because this face, this rectangle and this rectangle face join together become one square, become one square. And then this is another square. So you have two square faces. Okay, so altogether, how many faces? So you count, right? You count 2 plus 2, 4, 7, 9, 11, 14, right? So there are 14 phases. And if there are 14 phases, what is the total surface area? So you multiply by the area of one phase, and you will get 56 centimeters square, which is the total surface area. Understand? So there's no volume, okay? Nothing to do with volume. Okay, let's go to question 23. Okay, 23, this is fraction. Fraction means you draw model if you don't know how to do. Peggy saved 2/7 of her salary. How do you draw? Peggy has 7 boxes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gary saved 4/9 of his salary, and they save the same amount. Same amount means equal. So can you draw a dotted line? Remember dotted line to show something is equal to something. So Peggy saved 2 boxes. Gary saved how many boxes? Until the dotted line, which is 4 boxes. And Gary has altogether 9 boxes. So you draw another 5 more. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See? Yeah, that's how you draw. Okay. And then what do? Make the boxes look the same. So you have 1 unit, 1 unit. All these are 1 unit, right? Then this will be 2 unit, 2 unit, and all these 2 units. Okay. And then every smaller box here will be 1 unit each. So can you get the ratio? So what's the ratio of Peggy saving? So Peggy has how many units of money? That will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. All right, Peggy has 14 units. Gary has how many? Gary has 9 units. So ratio of Peggy to Gary, that has to be 14 is to 9. And make sure that's the simplest form. And your answer is 14 is to 9. So do I need to draw a model if I know how to do? No need. But if you don't know how to do, then you should draw a model and you should have a dotted line. Why dotted line? Because there is something equal to something, right? They save equal amounts of money. Then you must have a dotted line so that you know how to continue drawing. Okay, question 24. Okay, now bar graph, line graph, you must put the numbers, on the graph. But before that, count the gaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 units, which is equal to how many? 200 minus 0, which is 200. So your 1 unit will be 200 divided by 5. Okay, and you get 40. Do you know how to get 200 divided by 5? Right, there's a shortcut, cover the 0. Then you take 20 divided by 5 is 4, and then put back the 0. Okay, so one gap is 40. Then you put the numbers on the gap, 1040. And you may want to use a ruler. But over here, I don't think you need a ruler because not many lines. So how about 2016? That will be 800. Okay, 800 children. 2012 will be 1000 children. Okay, and 2018, 2018 will be how many? You can work backwards. 1000 minus what? Minus 40. You get 960. Okay, so make sure you have all the numbers correct. Very important, because if your numbers are wrong, then it will affect your answers. Okay, question 24, must know how to do. What is the percentage increase between 2016? Where's 2016? Here, right? 2016 and 2017. What is the percentage increase? So you get your fraction. Okay, fraction, all right? If you're still doing something else and your answer is still wrong, you need to change the way you do already. So the increase is the numerator. You take 1000 minus 800, that's an increase of 200. And what's the denominator? The denominator is where you start at first. Where do you start at first before you increase? You start at 800, right? That is your denominator. Okay, then what do? Make the denominator into 100. So you can actually divide by 8. Right, 800 divided by 8, you get 100, and then 200 can also divide by 8. Then you do your working already, right? 200 divided by 8, you will get 25. So once your denominator is 100, then 25% increase. Okay, got it? Okay, question 25. And what is the average number of students who participated? Now, to find the average, you will have to find the total students first. So you will need to do what? You will need to add all these numbers together. Okay, get the total first. So when you add all these numbers together, so what do you get? So you have 1040 plus 800 plus 1000 plus 960. You will get 3800, which is the total. Okay, now you never find average if you never divide. Okay, to find average, you always have to divide. If you never divide, you did not find average. So divide by what? Divide by how many years, which is 4 years. So do your working, you will get 950, which is the average. Okay, do you get the answer correct? Yeah, okay, let's go to the next one already. Coming to the end, so the paper is like, wow, not very hard, quite standard. Okay, question 26. Okay, this is the one. Okay, how to do this? ABCD is a square with an area of 108 cm square. And then some of you will think about what times what. Okay, what times what equal area of the square. And you have a problem because you don't know what number is that, right? There's no number multiplied by same number, so we don't know what is that. Okay, then how? Then E is the middle, right? F is also the middle. F is the middle of the AB. So what is the shaded area? Now, questions like this, you must have methods already. When question gets hard, you must have method. What is the method? Okay, this is area and parameter. What do you learn? You learn about cut and paste, right? You learn about, what do you know? You learn about looking at regular shapes. Don't look at the shaded part, which is funny. Look at the regular shapes. And can you see something? Can you see that if I were to cut this into a rectangle, okay, cut the square into 2 rectangles, one on the left side, one on the other side. And can you see that there is an unshaded triangle here? Can see, there's an unshaded triangle, right? And I want you to see carefully the other unshaded triangle. Can you see this unshaded triangle? What happens if I take out this unshaded triangle? What do? And I paste it where? I paste it, cut and paste. I paste it over here. So what will you get? You will get a square that will look something like this. Okay, so where is the unshaded? The unshaded is here. This is your unshaded, which is made of what? Made of 2 unshaded triangles. And where's the unshaded square? The unshaded square is what you see over here. That's the unshaded square. Then where must be the shaded part? The shaded part must be here. This must be the shaded part already, right? After you cut and paste. After you cut and paste this triangle onto here, then you have formed a rectangle that's unshaded. Then where would be the shaded area? The shaded area will have to be here already. And that is what area? That is what area? Okay, then you cut the big square into identical smaller squares. Cut the big square into identical smaller squares. So can we now find the shaded area? 108 divided by 4. And you get 27 centimeter square, which is the shaded area. Do you understand? Anyone get the answer correct? Nobody. Nobody got the answer correct. Only Yvette and Anson. Then the rest and Suran. Okay, so when you can't solve this kind of question, then you have to think of your methods. What method? Cut and paste. Cut and paste. Look at regular shapes and use the regular shapes to put together, right? Put them together so that you can find the answer. Okay, if you have any questions about this, later you can stay back. After the lesson, we can go through this one more time. Okay, so let's move on already. Any questions you can ask later. Or any questions? Michelle, understand, Michelle? Okay, then we go on. Okay, go on. Okay, question number 27, next one. Okay, this is algebra and draw model. Okay, draw model if you are not so sure. Sandra is 3 years old. Okay, I should put the name. Let me just write the name because there are so many letters. So I will want to write the name so that you don't get confused by so many letters. J is 3 years older. Okay, so like that 3 years older. So P plus 3. And who is 5 years younger than Irene? This is language already. Okay, language. If J is 3 years older than her, which is Sandra, then who is 5 years younger? Still J. J is still 5 years younger than Irene. So which means that Irene must be older than J. Okay, language, nothing to do with math. It's about understanding English. So if J is younger than Irene, Irene must be older than J by how many years? By 5 years. Okay, 5 years. Okay, so what is the total age? Then your question mark. So when you draw the model, you don't really make careless mistake because you can see very clearly how to do already. So you just add everything together, P plus P plus P, you will get 3P, and then 3 plus 3, 6, plus 5, 11. So you have 3P plus 11. Okay, but if you don't draw a model, you might get confused. So it's better to draw a model. Okay, question 28, right? Question 28. Okay, now, the table shows the number of hours that a group of 20 children spend on screen time. What is the average number of hours spent on screen time? Okay, this one is tricky. Again, it's about understanding the table, nothing to do with math. About do you understand this table? What does it mean? It means that 2 children did not watch any screen. Okay, 7 children watched 2 hours each. 8 children watched 3 hours each. 3 children watch 4 hours each. So there's nothing to do with math. It's about whether you understand what this table is talking about. So to find the average number of hours, you will need to find the total number of hours. So 2 times 0, 2 children watch nothing, right? And 7 children watch 2 hours each, that will be 14 hours already. 8 children watch 3 hours each, that will be 24 hours already. And then 3 children watch 4 hours each, that will be 12 hours already. So what's the total? Then you plus them together, 14 plus 24 plus 12, and the total is 50. And then some of you can take 50 and divide by 4 because you saw 4 columns, right? You saw 4 columns, right? Is it divided by 4? No, you take 50, the total hours, divide by the total number of children, which is how many? So you have to add all the children together. 2 plus 7, 9, 9 plus 8, 17, 17 plus 3, 20. So 50 divided by 20. Okay, then how to divide? Then do your dividing lah. Okay, do your long division, or you can just cancel the zeros. So 5 divided by 2. All right, what is 5 divided by 2? Must know how to divide. So 2 times 2 is 4. Remainder 1. How to continue dividing? Change the whole number into a decimal, raise out the decimal point, put the 0 down, and then 5 times 2 is 10. So what is the average time? Average hours, which is 2.5. So the average hours that every child spend is what? 2.5 hours. Those of you who put 2.5 also correct. You put 2.5 also correct. Okay, so there are 2 answers. Clear? Okay, let's go to question 29. Okay, question 29 is is your area and parameter again. Okay, method. What's the method? When you see identical rectangles, call them units. Okay, but sometimes it's quite simple, so we don't have to call them units, right? Why simple? Because there are 4 identical rectangles, so this length and this length same, so 8, right? And this rectangle, the length of this rectangle, same. So your picture cannot be very clean. And this is also opposite, which is 8. Okay. And what else? You can see the area of the shaded part is 24. So put inside, okay, put inside. And this is the length of the rectangle, which is also 8. Then can you find here? So how to find the breadth? So 8 times what equal 24? 8 times 3, 24. So what is the length of EB, which is the breadth? Can you find the breadth of the rectangle, which is also the same as the breadth here and the same as the breadth here? Same. So you take 16 and then you minus 3, you will get 13. And then you must take 13 and divide by 2. And you will get 6.5, which is 6.5. Here also 6.5. That is the breadth of the rectangle, which is also over here, the same. So your EB is 6.5 cm. Do you understand? Yeah. Okay. So your picture cannot be very clean. If it's too clean, then harder to solve. Okay, last question. Wow, we are so early, huh? It's 8:50 only. Okay, so let's go to question 30. Last one already. Okay, the last one is your true false. Now the figure is not drawn to scale. It is made of an isosceles triangle. So which one is that? You must know what is a triangle first. This is a triangle, and then which two sides are equal? We don't know leh. You cannot assume, you cannot say these two angles are equal. We are not sure, so cannot assume. Okay, and there's a rhombus. Okay, rhombus means what? Rhombus means you have a slanted square. Okay, and what do you know about rhombus? All sides equal. All sides are equal. Okay, all right. Then you look at the question. What is the statement? Now, the line MR and RN are equal in length. Where is your MR and RN? MR, okay, MR is here, and your RN is here. Okay, MR and RN, are they equal? Are they equal? Okay, we are going to prove it. Okay, going to prove it. So how to prove it? So if they're equal means what? If they're equal means these two angles must be the same, right? Okay, must be the same two angles. So how do we prove it? Then you look carefully lah. Okay, you take 180 minus 180 minus 57, right? And then divide by 2. So 180 minus 57, what do you get? 123, right? 123, 123, and then 123 divide by 2. Okay, now what do you get? 123 divided by 2, you will get 61.5. Okay, now is it true? Is it true that the line MR and RN are equal? Is it true? Now, if you look carefully, right, without doing any steps, okay, without doing all this. Now, is it true that these two lines are equal? We are actually not sure. Okay, not sure. Why is it not sure? Because this line and this line could be equal. Could be equal also. Because the question says that the triangle is an isosceles. So does the question tells us which two sides are equal? Which two lines are equal? Never say. So it could be these two lines. These two lines could be equal. It could also be these two lines. Okay, these blue lines equal, right? Equal. It could also be the red lines that you see over here. The two red lines also equal. So we are not sure. Okay, we are not sure whether which two lines are equal. So the answer should be not possible to tell because the question never say clearly. The question only say it's an isosceles triangle, but never say which two lines are equal. Understand? Okay, got it? All right, so let's go to the next one. Now, the figure M, the whole figure is a trapezium. So is it true that the whole figure is a trapezium? First of all, what is a trapezium? A trapezium has two lines parallel. Okay, where are the two lines? Over here. Can you see the two lines? Okay, if they are parallel, then can we prove it? Can we prove it? Okay, first, how do we know it's a trapezium? Now, if you look at the rhombus, okay, rhombus, what do you know about rhombus? Rhombus means you have two lines which are parallel in the rhombus, right? Rhombus. So if it's a trapezium, isn't that also the same? You have two lines parallel in the trapezium. Okay, why do you know it's a trapezium? Because trapezium has only two lines parallel. So there is a rhombus in the diagram. So what's so special about rhombus? Rhombus has two lines parallel and it is part of a bigger figure which is made of two lines, right? Can you see the rhombus is part of a bigger figure which is made of two lines that are parallel also. So therefore, the entire figure must be a trapezium, right? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Okay, the rhombus is part of the big figure. And the big figure has also two lines that are the same, parallel. Okay, so that is a trapezium. So the answer is true. Yep. Okay, so we are done. Okay, we are done. The answer is false. False. Why false? The figure is a trapezium. Did we stumble a mistake? Okay, the answer key looks a bit weird. Why the answer key? The answer key is true and then false. True, false. Trapezium, why false? Oh, why false? Okay.
It's because 122 plus 57 isn't 180.
122 plus 57. Let me take a look. 122 plus 57. So this is yeah. Okay. 57, right? So these two, okay, Mr. Make a mistake, yeah. Okay, so 57, over here you can see a Z, right? That's a Z. Yeah, that's a Z, right? Yeah, Mr. C wrongly. So that's a Z, right? So 57 plus, 57 opposite is also 57. So 57 plus 122 is not 180. So that's not a trapezium. Okay, not a trapezium. Okay, Mr. was looking at the arrow, looking at the lines. Okay, so that's not a trapezium. So for this one, your answer is false. Okay, false, not a trapezium. Okay, and MR and RN are equal in length. Okay, the answer key put down true. Okay, let me just look at it again now. Let me just erase everything and see why the answer key says true. Okay, let me just erase this thing. Okay, so why is MR and RN equal? MR and what? And RN is here. Why are they equal? Okay, let's prove it. Okay, so okay, why are they equal? So this is a rhombus, right? 1, 2, 2, right? 1, 2, 2. If it's a rhombus, then this must be what? Then what angle is this? What angle is the red line, which has to be 180 minus 122, right? 180 minus 122. Why? 180 minus 122 gives you what? Gives you 58 degrees. Okay, why? Why 58 degrees? Remember, Miss Ong say angles between the two lines that are parallel must add together 180. So that is angle 58 degrees. And you can see that okay, you can see that this is 57, that is 58, right? So which means what? Which means that this line, okay, which means that this line, this black line is not parallel with the NP. It's not parallel with this. All right, not parallel. So which is parallel only? Which are the two lines that are parallel? Only the shorter lines here. These are the two lines that are parallel, which means that this one, this black line is not a straight line. It doesn't form a straight line. Do you understand? Okay, yeah, so the black line that you see is not a straight line. It doesn't form a straight line together with the blue line. Okay, so are the two lines equal? Are they equal? If it's an isosceles triangle, then you have two sides that are equal, right? But the question never says which two sides are, never really say which two sides are equal. So we are not sure. Okay, can anyone explain to me why? Okay, the answer key put down true, but anyone can tell me why is it true? Anyone can explain to me? Anyone knows why the answer key put true? MR is equal to what? MR is equal to RN. Why? So why is it true?
I think maybe because 180 minus 57 divided by 2, and then if the thing plus 58 plus 122, maybe it's 1. Wait, never mind.
But we don't know. We don't know. But this one could be the question never say which two lines are parallel. This could also be 57. 57 here also 57, right? We are not sure. We are not sure which two angles are equal, right? So this question looks a little. Why did the answer put true? Right. Anyone can explain? Anyone else? Or maybe answer, or anybody else? Anybody like Yvette? Can anybody explain why your part A statement is true? Your MR and RN are equal. MR and RN are equal. Why are they true? Equal. Why equal? Yeah, Suren?
We are not allowed to measure, right?
Oh no, cannot measure. There's no construction here. Yeah, so you have to prove it with the angles, with the properties. So why is it equal? Why are the two lines? Why are the black lines equal? Are they equal? Why is it true? Why is it true? Okay, why is it? Can we prove it? Yeah, why is it true? Okay, Mr. will put it not possible to tell. Why not possible to tell? Because we are not sure. This and this could be equal also, right? These two sides, right? Or what else? Or this and this. These two lines could also be equal. So in the isosceles triangle, any two lines can be equal if the question never say clearly, right? Any two lines can be equal. But in the part A statement, the statement says exactly, specifically, MR and RN are equal. But we are not quite sure. We are not sure. And we also can't prove it, right? Can we prove it? Are we able to prove it? Yeah, we can't prove it. So we are not sure, right? Yeah. Okay, so I think we'll put down it's not possible to tell. Okay, and if Mr. Ong finds that there's a mistake, I will come back to you on this. All right, if there's a mistake here, then in the next lesson, I will talk about this. But otherwise, I think it's not possible to tell. Okay, all right. Okay, so any questions for this entire paper one? Yeah, so I think the last question is a bit tricky. Mr. also got tricked. Mr. also got, okay. It's okay. Okay. So in the exam, when you do your question, read carefully. Don't read too fast. Take a highlighter, highlight the important words, and then slow down in your solving. All right. Of course, if time is running out, you got to do a bit faster. But otherwise, you read carefully and don't fall into tricks. Okay. Don't get tricked by the question. Okay. So if there's no question, you can go. I will see you on the next week. Those who have questions, you can stay back. and then you can ask me after the lesson. Okay, all right. So I'll see you the next Monday, right? Monday, not Thursday. Okay, so goodbye. See you next Monday. All right, goodbye. And if you need to ask me questions, you can stay behind. Yeah, okay, bye, Jordan. All right, anyone want to stay back? Okay, Anson, yeah, all right, Anson can stay behind. And yeah, so Anson, what's your question? Yeah, you have to unmute.
I don't understand question 26.
Okay, can you say again and raise your volume a little higher?
I don't understand question 26.
Question 26. Okay, question 26 is what? Question. Okay, this one. Okay, how to find the shaded area? Okay, let me just erase everything here. Okay, to find the shaded area. Okay, now if you look at this picture, right, the shaded part is a irregular shape. Can you see the unshaded parts, which is a square and the triangle? So I'm going to draw. Okay, I'm going to draw a same square, left side, same. Okay, same. Okay, and I want you to see this one. Okay, see this one. Okay, which I'm going to draw here. Okay, something like that lah. Okay, yep. And then can you see this triangle, which is unshaded? I'm going to cut and paste where? Cuts. And this, by the way, these two triangles, they are identical. How do you know they are identical? Because why? Because it's a square, right? Square has all sides equal. So this side and this side will be the same, right? The same. And this side and this side is also the same. How do you know that? Because it's in the middle, midpoint. Midpoint means half. Okay. All right. So you take out this unshaded triangle, take out, cut, and paste here. Can you see that? So you have two unshaded triangles form a rectangle. Okay, a rectangle. All right. Okay. Then where's the shaded part? Don't care the shaded part first. Okay, don't care the shaded part. All right, just take the two triangles form a rectangle. Then can you see a square, which is the unshaded square? And I do the same. Okay, nothing happens, same, right? All right, if the two triangles are unshaded and the square is also unshaded, then where is the shaded part? Then the shaded part must be here, right? The shaded part. Yeah, lor. Understand?
Yeah, I understand now.
Then, but you still can't find it. You still can't find the shaded part. So you will need
That's
to do.
108 divided by 4.
But you will need to cut the big square into 4 similar. That's why divide by 4. All right, that's why divide by 4. Okay, got it now? Understand?
Bye.
Okay, no question. I'll see you the next Monday. All right, goodbye, Anson.
Bye.
How about Yvette? Yeah, goodbye. Yvette, any question, Yvette? Yvette, hello.
Mr. Ong,
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know what's the answer for 28.
Question 28 was the answer. Question 28. Okay, the answer is 2.5, right? 2.5.
I haven't copied.
Okay. Yeah, you can actually watch the video to copy down, but okay, you can copy now.
Why do I need to divide by 20?
Why you need, okay, because you need to find the average number of hours spent on the screen. So to find the average number of hours, you must first find the total hours. Total hours divide by what? Divide by what? So the question is talking about children, right? Children. So you have to divide by the total number of children. All right, average means what? Average means something divided by something, right? So what is something? What is that something? You have to find the total hours. Okay, find the total hours, divide by how many children in the table. That's why divide by 20 children. And how do you get 20 children? Because you add all the number of children together.
I thought they were asking like each day. That's why I used 50 divided by 4.
Each day, 50, each day. Okay, yeah, you're right, huh? Okay, you're right. Okay, let me check the answer key, each day. So you take 50 divided by 4, right? 50 divided by 4, let me see. But the answer key is 2.5. Answer key put 2.5 each day. Oh, okay. Why? Oh, wrong. Okay. Yeah. In fact, you're not okay. You're not correct because why? Because the table shows the group of 20 children spend watching in a day. In a day. So there are no. We don't know how many days are there, but the table is talking about in a day. In a day, how many children spend watching how many hours in a day? Right? The question never say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, never. So that's why you cannot divide by how many days because we don't know how many days. So you divide by how many children. Do you understand now? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So so don't get tricked by each day. Oh, the each day can be quite misleading, right? Each day. All right. Okay. So no question. Then I'll see you the next Monday. All right. Next Monday will be the second last lesson already. Okay. So goodbye. See you next Monday. Yeah. Goodbye. Enjoy your holidays. Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.